Hello, everybody, again. In this new session of the continuing Start Bank application development, we are continuing with the next step. So let's click the button of subscribe and active your notification. And where we need to see our board or what is the task we are pending to complete. And the first task is we need to create our Spring Boot project. And we have two ways of make this. For example, first of all, we can, for example, um, going to the Spring initialize or start spring.io and select all the necessary configuration we need. For example, Java, Kali, and the group by for me is mandatory. The artifact for this application bank star, and the demo or the description is open source application, ban open source application. Yeah, and we need to select jar Java 17, and we need to add the different dependencies. I explained before in the last video what is the work or Spring Boot working and what is the structure of a Spring Boot project. We have our POM, we are the necessary dependency we need to have in our project to avoid config different interface by our source. With this all dependency, we save a lot of time, guys. So I recommend you follow this. And we need to add some dependency here, like Spring Wet, also Lombok to reduce the boilerplate code. Also, we need validation. Also, we need Spring Data GPA, MySQL database driver. Also, H2. This is when we have a test profile in Spring Boot, we can set up in this H2 database in memory. This H2 database is not recommended for production environment. It just database for the scenarios where you don't want time to configure a database in our machine. With this database, we can access for a UR and it's quicker and we can save a lot of time. And we need other dependencies like, let me check the board. We need Spring Security, also Spring.Open API. But Spring.Open API we can have with these dependencies I have here. It's no problem. Let me check Spring uh, Open. No, we don't have here for the moment. Okay, but let me check one more. Let me check what more we need. That tool, yeah, Spring Boot, uh, that tool, Spring Boot, that tool. This dependency is to live reload our application, and whatever change we make in the code, the application is reload automatically. This is perfect, and I think we have all I need. But let me check. Yeah. Of course, time. Okay, I will. Oh yeah, timeless. Yeah, exactly. Timeless is for when we try to code or template or a email, we can use Timerly to implement the HTML and also implement the different design or template for send or email. And one more, well, with this, or we can go move forward and continue with the next step. Okay, so just click and generate. Also, you can explore what is the old pump information or the dependencies you are don't know, and we all these dependencies you see here all the dependencies you have available and you put in your project or you add in your project. Okay, and we click generate and we have a C file, and for example we uh, extract this C file and we need to open with our prefers ID. In my case I'm going to use let me check here, let me check, this is in downloads. I'm going to use Intel idea. Oh my god, what is the project? What is downloads? Bang start, yeah. Okay. Trust. New window, please. And we have our project now. You need to load the Maven here. Click and load. And the Intel idea read all the dependencies and all the Maven configuration you have in your palm. So this take a time. So let's move forward. Let's take a time to read all the dependencies. And okay, we have our pawn ready. Let me check. Let me check. Our pawn is ready. Okay, so we can close this spring and focus here. For example, we need add. Let me share. We need add some. Let me share here. Let me minimize this a little bit. And okay, perfect. We need to add here some important dependencies like Spring Open API. These dependencies is important and we need to add here. But in case you don't know how to find these dependencies, you can just go into Spring Open dot, I think. No, Spring dot, yeah, Spring dot. And here, I think it's here. And you click, no, it's not here. You just copy this, yeah, Spring dot. Spring dot documentation. Oh my god. Let me check. What is this? Let me check. Spring dot open API. Spring dot open API. Yeah, maybe. Exactly. And here you can have exact. You can have the dependencies. You just click Spring dot that over here and you have the dependencies. We add the dependencies in your POM file and perfect. You have the Spring Open API to start with the documentation of the Swagger. Okay, the next step is, for example, we need to add import dependency for the JWT or JSON Web Token. But this is the same process. You just need to go to Maven Center, and with this, for example, and you clear Maven Central, and you have here, and you have all the dependencies you need in Maven Central. And with that, for example, if I click here, I have here the API I needed, the API, uh, the implementation, and the JSON. With all this information, you can move forward and download these dependencies. Of course, I put this in these files, and in the project you find all these dependencies. It's no problem. I just show you how you can find the different dependencies in case you need to change the version or you need to try to figure out another dependency by yourself. Okay, with all these dependencies, we need to reload our Maven project to be sure all dependency is download. Okay, all is perfect here. So it's time to move with the next step. For example, this step or necessary dependency point is done. So, we need to add the Spring Boot starter mer, but for a reason we don't make this. But I think we can, for example, click in settings. Um, let me see. Well, I don't remember, but we need a Spring Boot starter made. But how we can? I don't have the dependency in my phone. How I can find it? So easy, guys. So easy. You just need two. You have two ways. Spring Boot starter made. Go in your Maven repository, and here we have our dependencies here. And ta-da, we have Spring Boot starter map here. But in case you don't want to make this or that way, you can easily go into Spring Initialize, and here try to find Spring main Java main sender, and here you can, for example, explode, and you see, for example, uh, the Spring Boot starter main. If you don't specify the version, you have or the last version of the current project. That is the way this work. And we can take here Spring Boot starter and put here, it's no problem. Load with the last version. Here it's the same Spring Boot starter main, yeah. But here I specify the version. In case I don't specify the version, they take the last version is available. Okay, with this all information, we need to process to close this task. This task is ready to QA, so we are going to put ready to QA. Yeah. Okay, it's in QA. Or we can close. Yeah. Transition to production. Yeah. Ready to production. Yeah. This task is ended. So, what is the next step? We need to create or package structure. But sometime in a project Spring or a Spring Boot project, we have a structure, and we need to add different packages to organize our Spring Boot project. And let me put it here more bigger to us, and uh, let's create our Spring Boot packages structure. We have our controllers. Also, we need to add our entities, and we need to add. Ah, my God, this is no wrong. I have a mistake here. Thank you. We need to add our repository, also our DTO, or config package, and of course or constants. Sometimes we have some repeater code and we need to have a constant fire. We need also have a let me see, a session file, yeah, session, and of course we need to have a service, and in my case I add a new package. It's called job. That is a package that I want to use to add some job or schedule processings. Okay, let's move forward with the next step. We need to create our entities. And for example, we have this is a bank application and we have some entity we need to create. For example, if I go in here, we need to create our entity user, account beneficiary, funds, token, and transaction. So let me create this entity right now. So it's time to create a class. In this class is account. And we are going to use Lombok annotation for this class. So let's put here some annotation along, but this is an entity, and we need to add also the name of the table in in this is accounts table, but it's not table name, it's table. And of course we need to add our getters inserter, getters and setters. Of course, we have some tricky things. We can use this data annotation, and this data annotation generate for us or the get status equals hash code for us. But personally, I like more use get the two annotation get it instead of the Lombo provide. That is just my choice. You can use data; it's no problem. And also I need argument constructor, a constructor with no argument, and a constructor with all argument. And I want to use the bird pattern. The bird pattern is a parent designed to give you the way to handle multiples argument from an entity or from a constructor. And with this parent, we can easily change our object when this object have a lot of argument or parameters. But I'm going to explain more deeper this in another video how to use correctly. And of course, we need to add our ID here, and we need to add a class private string ID. In this class, I'm going to use a generate a value UI, and let me see here if I, yeah, a UID. It's a unique ID. Also use generator, exactly generator provided by Hibernate. And of course, I need a column here to specify the name of the column, is updatable, and some specification we need to add. And then we need, for example, other others classes here. Oh, sorry, others um, private. For example, we need to inject the user class here. I don't have for the moment, but I'm going to create in a moment. We want to have a many to one relationship with this and face lazy, and also join the column by the user ID. And let me create this new this class user to import here, and it just user, yeah. And then it's creator, and I need to add more private account time, yeah, checking and saving. We need to create add, for example, or private local data is creator, or is not creator. And of course we need to add or update time, the balance. And for this we need to add uh, private say account, yeah. This is a list of beneficiary I'm going to say here. With this I can we have two way of make this, or a lot of way to this using a list, but I like most use it as set because it's immutable, and also with the object or asset or interface. And of course we need to add a key, add here annotation, one to many map, and yeah, this is the way. But I need to create this. Let me create this account, this class account beneficiary, yeah. Okay, and we need to, let me see here, import this. But the account is completed. We need a pass with the user, and with the user we need to put here the same entity, also the table. This is the same process, getters and setters, and also the builder. Also here I need all arguments constructor and no argument constructor. But here I going to implement some interface of Spring Security, like Spring Detail is in Spring Principal, yeah. And I need to implement the methods that have this implementation, yeah. But let me give you some space here and add the ID. Okay, here we need an ID and of course string, and with the column name, yeah, user ID, sure. Let's put here the generators, generator value Jakarta, and of course the general UI. Okay, then we need other important um, parameters here, like string, last name, or DNA number, of course passport number, the email, password, and we need others like no, but it's active for the moment. No, we need here a local local date time creator mo- modify last login, yeah. And here the token, and here, yeah, it's active. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And of course we need to have here a private set of funds. We have set of funds is a list of funds, a list of accounts. And for a moment I'm going to put here accounts, and we need to import the asset, import the interface, and then we need to add the one many to many. And of course we need to import our funds. This entity is not created for the moment, but I want to create in a moment. Funds, and then just one to many users. And I put this just minus reference because sometimes we have a loop when we send the funds, and it's not give you a correct response in the controller, but I want to explain this more later. And let me create uh, let me complete a user. We need to add other thing here. Return and name. This going to return the email. And let me see here. He is going to return a new headset. And we have, for example, let me see, this is not necessary for the moment. Username, the username email, of course. This get name is not necessary for the moment. And account, and here is account no spider, we need to make true. And here we put here is account no locker, we is active. Yeah, it's credential no spider, we make true. We put true here. It's enable, it's active. Yeah, and then we need to put here, yeah, our full name, public string full name in a case we need to use more later. Yeah, and then we need to add our phone. Yeah, but for our phone is more easy. It's just create all the entity, Java class phone, and add our score. We need to import our phone, create our entity, our table, getters, setters, and of course require argument constructor. No or argument constructor and or argument constructor. Then we need to pass all the parameter we need. For example, yeah, these are the parameters, but we need to add here the ID, this general value. Of course, we need to pass the generator, yeah, the generator here, and the column. Import the column. So we pass the numbers here in country, but we need to make some relationship with many to one. Fast lazy, join the column user, and put here the JSON managed reference, but reference, sorry. Yeah, with this we can all perfectly set up. So let's continue with account beneficiary. Yeah. We need to continue with account beneficiary. We create our entity or getters and setters. So for more quickly, just copy here. Yeah, and but you need to put here the table name. Yeah, and then your ID. And we account beneficiary. We have some important information here. For example, we need to put the generator here. Let me copy generator here, and we need to add here our account first of all. Account many to many join account ID, of course, and then we need to add our beneficiary columns. Yeah, and beneficiary user ID and beneficiary ID and beneficiary name, of course. Also, we need to add here account owner, and we need to add the day this account was added in the application. Okay, with the all information, we have our entities, but we need others entities like, let me see here. For example, we have user phone account, beneficiary account, but we need two more entities like we need to put here the transactions entity and the token entity. Yeah. So in transactions, we have uh, all the information here, or transactions, and we need to add the same. This one going to be a UI, a UID. This is a UID or a unique ID. And of course, we need here to add from accounts. For example, we need to add here a private core account and from account. Yeah. In here, we add the main to manualize it and from account ID. That's perfect. But of course, we need to account. We need to manage a join column to account ID and to account. Perfect. And of course, we need the status here, the amount, the transfer type, and a column with the create. Of course, you see, I add column here in case I don't adding column. For example, if I going to add a column here called transfer type, the um, Hibernate when create our database going to take this number by default in case we don't put in a column name. Sometimes I put, other time I don't add it. It's no problem. And of course, we need a token. In the token, we need to add, for example, in this token, I'm going to use data for show you that's it. That can be data or GPA is no problem. And of course, huh, yeah, this is I need it. Yeah, import, 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 import. But here, yeah, we have ID, generate value. Uh, yeah, of course, we have create add, spirit add, validate add, and we have the column unique. The token could be need to be unique. Don't repeat or don't be duplicate. And of course, we need to add a user here and that's perfect. Yeah. So we have all our entity created successfully. So let's now move with the repository. But first, we need to uh, this click implementing. Yeah, and put here down. So the next step is create our repositories entities. Create the repository for all these entities. So this is the next session. So let's take a breath and I go in the next session. One moment.